Hai semuanya, welcome back di YouTube channel saya, Behind the Chef. Saya sedang berada di Jerman saat ini, tepatnya di Hotel Traube Tonbach di kawasan Schwarzwald, Baden-Württemberg, atau dikenal sebagai kawasan Black Forest. Hotel Traube Tonbach ini adalah hotel 5 bintang superior yang punya long history karena sudah berdiri selama lebih dari 235 tahun. Yang paling menarik buat saya sebagai seorang chef, yaitu di hotel ini ada 2 restoran berpredikat Michelin di bawah satu atap. Yang pertama, restoran Schwarzwaldstube dengan 3 bintang Michelin, dan restoran 1789 yang memiliki 1 bintang Michelin. Sekarang saya mau ajak kalian ke restoran 1789 itu dan ngobrol langsung dengan chefnya. Ayo, ikut saya. Hai semuanya, welcome back di episode baru Kitchen Sneak Peek. Saya lagi berada di Germany, di Hotel Traube Tonbach, dan di hotel ini, saya pernah bikin promosi masakan Indonesia berkali-kali. Hari ini, saya mau ajak kalian ke tempat ini di mana ada 2 Michelin Star restoran di bawah satu hotel. Ayo, ikut saya. Nah, saya lagi dengan Chef Florian Stolte di Hotel Traube Tonbach.
Hello, my name is Florian Stolte. I am the head chef here at Hotel Traube Tonbach in Bayersbronn. I am responsible for 2 restaurants, Restaurant 1789, awarded 1 star, and our a la carte restaurant Schatzhauser.
Excellent. Florian, could you share with me what specific challenges you face when running a prestigious Michelin-starred restaurant?
Well, it's a daily challenge to consistently maintain high quality in our offerings, ensure complete guest satisfaction, effectively lead the team, and have everything meticulously prepared and perfectly organized at the pass during the busy evening service.
Saya pertama kali mengenal Chef Florian ini waktu saya masih bekerja di Banyan Tree Bangkok dan diundang datang ke Hotel Traube Tonbach untuk membuat Thai food promotion di sini pada tahun 2007. Kala itu, Chef Florian bekerja di Cold Kitchen atau Garde Manger di 3 Michelin Star restoran Schwarzwaldstube yang sangat dikenal dengan standar kualitas yang tinggi untuk French cuisine di bawah panduan seorang chef terkenal yaitu Chef Harald Wohlfahrt. Selama saya dan tim dari Bangkok ada di sana, rupanya mulai memancing rasa tertarik dan ingin tahunya terhadap kuliner Asia. Chef Florian bolak-balik mampir ke dapur kami untuk mencoba, mencicipi, dan banyak bertanya soal masakan Thailand. Rupanya, pengalaman rasa ini menjadi inspirasi awal untuk mengeksplor cita rasa Asia lebih jauh selanjutnya.
Do you frequently use a variety of local products or prefer items sourced from other regions? I also understand that you incorporate a significant number of Asian products into your selections. How does that particular arrangement work for you?
Here at the Schatzhauser restaurant in the a la carte restaurant, we try to source as regionally as possible. Restaurant 1789, our standout dining establishment, features a delightful French base infused with unique Asian influences. I have been to Southeast Asia 13 times and have gained a lot of input, exploring a lot of street food, etc. And yes, we also require coconut milk and fragrant kaffir lime leaves, for example, which we import from various regions to enhance our dishes.
At Restaurant 1789, you will find a beautifully designed kitchen that features distinct Asian influences and elegant decor elements throughout. How exactly did you come up with that unique idea, and why did you choose to do it this way? I mean, you used to be very much regional in style, very distinctly French in your approach. So, what is the reason for this Asian twist at this time?
Well, certainly due to the fact that near the Schwarzwaldstube, which is renowned for serving exquisite classic French cuisine, I ultimately said, no, I want to carve out my own unique identity and truly differentiate myself. I don't want to merely be known as the little brother of the Schwarzwaldstube, but instead develop my own unique concept. And that's exactly where my deep love for Southeast Asia was ignited back in 2009 when we first met amid the vibrant streets of Bangkok. And I instantly fell in love with the breathtaking region, its incredibly warm people, and the delicious, diverse cuisine. As I mentioned earlier, I always make it a point to go down at least once every single year.
For inspiration, for new ideas.
New input for inspiration. And indeed, wonderful and lasting friendships have developed, especially with you and Chef Reno.
Yes, exactly.
Setelah kenal di Jerman dan bertemu beberapa kali di sana, saya ketemu lagi dengan Chef Florian saat dia berkunjung ke Bangkok di tahun 2009. Begitulah pertemanan. Dan di Bangkok, Florian juga ketemu dengan Chef Renu, anak buah saya dulu, yang saya interview di episode sebelumnya.
Is it difficult for you to source all these various ingredients from Asia and have them available here?
No, we have several very reliable suppliers who are well prepared for that specific need, and if we happen to be a bit pressed for time, we can obtain everything we require quickly.
Great. Okay, mal een Englische vraag, hè? What does it take to be a Michelin star chef? It took quite some time for you to finally receive your well-deserved star recognition. What efforts were required to obtain one? That's probably a question many people have in Indonesia.
I believe it's essential to maintain a strong focus each day in order to contribute my very best, ideally aiming for 100% effort to support and uplift my team in every way possible. This dedication not only enhances our collective performance but also fosters a positive work environment. But it was also a much longer and more challenging journey here. I approached the patron here, Heine Schinkbeiner, and expressed that I had this strong desire to create an exquisite meal for a highly esteemed culinary star. And he said without even blinking an eye, "Florian, go ahead and give it a try. If it works, it works. And if not, then not." It was incredibly important to me not to abruptly inform our many loyal regular guests that, instead, I wanted to take them on a thoughtful journey. Gradually, it finally came in 2019. This approach allowed our guests to be a part of the transformation process. Certainly, those 2 years involved a tremendous amount of hard work and dedication, which ultimately paid off in significant ways.
It's quite fascinating for me to hear that there was an extensive process involving both the patrons and the guests, highlighting the collaborative effort that contributed to the overall experience and atmosphere of the event. People don't really know that. Such an enriching journey or transformative process, and I truly believe that applies to your employees or your entire team as well. Definitely. You need to guide them through a journey. Exactly. And what you absolutely must not forget is that 2 unique restaurant concepts originate from my kitchen. There's a kitchen past, that's a team. It matters a lot to me. I don't say you're responsible for 1789, you for Schatzhausen, but it's a team. The menu must be prepared exactly the way we desire it to be. We attend the evening service while serving 2 restaurants. That's certainly a significant challenge, but it is also incredibly exciting. That's absolutely great.
Nah, seperti itulah kisah perjalanan karir Chef Florian. Berawal dari mengikuti program Ausbildung atau apprenticeship di bidang kuliner, meniti karir sebagai seorang chef dari bawah, hingga akhirnya bisa memperoleh predikat 1 bintang Michelin untuk restoran 1789 yang dipimpinnya. Dan sekarang, saya mau mencicipi salah satu signature dish kreasi Chef Florian. Let's go!
Okay, what do we have here?
A delicious hand-dipped Norwegian scallop dish. Norwegian? Yes, served with a vibrant pea puree and sautéed fresh peas. Beautiful chanterelles from the forest of black truffle and a dashi burbling. This means we start by preparing a classic dashi broth, and then we return to the principles of French cuisine, introducing white wine for acidity and enriching the dish with creamy butter for added depth.
Okay, so super nice. How would you describe your current cuisine style now?
Well, due to my extensive training, I possess a solid French foundation, and alongside that, I also have a unique Asian touch, which brings a delightful Asian influence to my work. Yes, exactly. Enjoy your meal.
Thank you. Jadi gini ya, ini scallop ya.
scallop dari Norwegia. Dia kasih dimasak. Tadi kita lihat ya dipensir sama dia pakai minyak dan pakai butter. Kemudian dikasih sautéed chanterelle, ya, jamur chanterelle. Dari sini lokal itu ya, karena lagi musimnya. Kemudian dia ngasih dashi beurre blanc. Jadi klasik saus Prancis beurre blanc, tapi ada flavor dashinya. Jadi dia bikin dashi stock dipakai nanti untuk bikin beurre blanc. Kemudian di atas sama dia diparutin truffle ya, black truffles, chive sama kacang polong ya, green peas. Very nice. Soße ist super ya. It's not. Dan jelas perfectly cooked. Dan Chef Florian dia menyajikan ini pakai chanterelle ya. Chanterelle itu jamur yang lagi musim saat ini di Jerman. Jadi memang kalau kita makan ya, kalau kita makan sesuatu dan itu lagi musim, itu memang luar biasa enak. Jadi memang saat lagi musim kita harus makan sayuran atau buah-buahan yang lagi musim, karena saat musim itu kualitasnya paling tinggi. Nah, kalian sudah lihat ya tadi restoran yang mempunyai Michelin Star 1. Kita tadi ngobrol sama chefnya, Chef Florian Stolte, dan juga sudah menyicipi dia punya signature dish. Di episode berikutnya, saya mau ajak kalian ke Schwarzwaldstube, restoran yang 3 bintang Michelin. Saya Chef Degan, I'm out.